They said Hollywood marriages are built on dreams and diamonds. But Nicole Kidman just proved they're actually built on lies, loneliness, and legal documents. Because out of nowhere, Miss Con Woman turned Oscar queen herself just broke her silence after years of smiling through red carpets with country singer Keith Urban. And child, when I tell you the mask has finally cracked, it shattered like glass at the Golden Globes. Nicole reportedly told her inner circle, "I can't pretend anymore. I'm done performing off-screen now." What does that even mean? The internet's going crazy. Some say Keith's gambling problem resurfaced. Others whisper about secret mistresses, and a few bold souls claim this was all a Hollywood PR marriage gone off-script. Think about it. The perfect couple, the angelic actress, the cowboy crooner, allegedly living separate lives under one roof. Oh baby, this ain't no romantic ballad, this is a full-blown tabloid opera. So buckle up, because tonight we're peeling back the curtain on Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban's picture-perfect love story and exposing the private meltdown, silent resentment, and pretend marriage that Hollywood never wanted you to see. They said Nicole and Keith were the last standing example of true Hollywood love, the couple who somehow survived the scandals, the rumors, and the plastic smiles of Tinseltown. But what if that picture-perfect image was the biggest act of Nicole Kidman's career? Because according to whispers spreading faster than a red carpet rumor, their so-called fairy tale marriage has been quietly crumbling behind closed doors for years. Let's rewind the reel. Nicole Kidman, the Australian goddess, Oscar winner, and queen of emotional restraint, met Keith Urban in 2005, and within a year they were married. The world thought they'd found love in a hopeless place. But what fans didn't know is that Keith walked into that marriage with more baggage than a world tour, and Nicole was too busy trying to rebuild her life after Tom Cruise to notice the storm brewing beneath the surface. Insiders claimed the first cracks appeared early on. Whispers of Keith disappearing for rehab weekends, spending nights out with Nashville buddies, and Nicole making up excuses to protect his image. One alleged insider said she kept saying he was just tired or in the studio, but we all knew. Nicole was trying to save his reputation while losing her peace. And that's the thing. Nicole built her entire post-cruise image around being the elegant survivor, the graceful phoenix rising from the ashes of Hollywood heartbreak. But according to reports that have recently resurfaced, she may have sacrificed her own happiness just to keep up appearances. Because while the public saw her as the picture of poise, privately, Nicole was reportedly living in emotional lockdown. Keith's alleged relapses, his rumored temper, and the constant pressure to appear stable for the cameras made her life a balancing act. One close associate allegedly told the Daily Whispers, "Nicole stopped crying years ago. She doesn't even react anymore. She's learned how to smile through the storm." And that storm was bigger than anyone imagined. Sources say Nicole and Keith's team orchestrated every photo op, every red carpet kiss, every seemingly spontaneous PDA moment, just to keep the tabloids quiet. Behind that glamorous front row appearance at the Country Music Awards was reportedly a contract clause, a Hollywood PR deal that allegedly ensured they maintained the perfect marriage brand no matter what was happening at home. The most jaw-dropping claim? Nicole allegedly agreed to certain public duties in exchange for Keith's sobriety promise and family commitment. But insiders claimed that promise didn't last long. In fact, Keith was allegedly seen in recent months attending industry dinners solo, and when asked where Nicole was, he reportedly said, "She's working on another role. She's always working." But here's the irony. Nicole's real role might not have been in any movie. It might have been pretending to still be in love. Fans began to notice the shift. Interviews grew colder. Award show moments turned awkward. Their laughter looked forced. And when Nicole skipped a few major events earlier this year, the internet exploded with speculation. A viral TikTok even analyzed their body language, claiming Nicole's smile no longer reached her eyes. She's mentally checked out. And then came the most suspicious moment yet, the deleted Instagram post. A photo Keith uploaded captioned, "Still standing strong," vanished within hours. Some fans screenshotted it before it disappeared, and sharp-eyed viewers noticed something off. Nicole wasn't wearing her wedding ring. Now, if that's not a silent scream, what is? Because right after that, Keith canceled 3 international shows, citing personal family reasons. Within days, tabloids reported that Nicole had flown solo to Australia, allegedly to clear her head. Her inner circle apparently told reporters she needed space. But space from what? Rumor has it Nicole reached her breaking point during a recent event in Los Angeles where a heated argument between the couple was reportedly overheard backstage. One witness claimed Keith said something about her not being supportive, and Nicole just snapped. She said, "I'm tired of pretending. Keith, this isn't love anymore." And that one line, "I'm tired of pretending," has now become the internet's favorite catchphrase. Because if Nicole Kidman, the queen of composure, finally lost her cool, something must have gone terribly wrong behind those velvet curtains. And people are now asking the question Hollywood doesn't want answered. Was this marriage built on real love, or just a Hollywood illusion that outlived its script? Because behind every smile, there's a secret. And behind every secret, there's a scandal waiting to explode. Nicole might have just lit the match. That's exactly where the story gets darker, because what started as quiet tension soon spiraled into a full-blown Hollywood cover-up, complete with media manipulation, insider leaks, and secret therapy sessions that were reportedly more about brand management than saving a marriage. According to one alleged PR insider, Nicole and Keith's team of image consultants met monthly to strategize public narratives. Every red carpet appearance, every anniversary post, even the timing of their vacations, all carefully planned to convince the world that the urban Kidman love story was still alive and singing in harmony. They treated their marriage like a production, said the source. It had lighting, direction, and editing, only the script was falling apart. But Keith wasn't reading from that same script anymore. While Nicole clung to quiet dignity, Keith reportedly drifted back into old habits, the very ones she thought she had left behind when she married him. Rumors of late-night gambling trips, business meetings at Nashville bars, and flirtatious texts to up-and-coming country singers began flooding gossip blogs. And Nicole, ever the professional, allegedly chose silence. Until she couldn't anymore. Anonymous insiders say Nicole confronted him at home in an icy showdown that ended with her walking out of their Nashville mansion at 3 a.m., barefoot, after an argument that shook the house. The next morning, Keith allegedly checked into a luxury wellness retreat under an alias. His team claimed it was for rest and creative rejuvenation. Nicole's team said nothing at all. But here's where things got messy. Around that same time, a leaked voice memo began circulating online, allegedly recorded during one of their therapy sessions. The voice, which sounded eerily like Nicole's, could be heard saying, "I built this life around peace, and all you bring is chaos. I can't do it anymore. No more pretending." Within hours, fans were divided. Was it real or AI-generated drama? But Nicole's silence only fueled the fire. Because if it was fake, wouldn't she deny it? Instead, her rep issued a vague statement. Nicole values her privacy and will not engage in speculation. Translation: something's definitely up. Social media detectives went wild. TikTokers started analyzing old clips of the couple, pointing out every awkward glance, every tense moment. One viral post claimed, "Keith always looks like he's apologizing with his eyes." Another user commented, "Nicole's smiles are Oscar-worthy, but her heart looks somewhere else." Then came the bombshell from the Whisper Report, a notorious celebrity gossip outlet. claiming to have obtained court-adjacent documents suggesting a trial separation agreement had already been drafted months earlier. The alleged terms? Keith would retain their Tennessee property, while Nicole would quietly move assets into her Australian trust fund, all under a strict non-disclosure clause to protect brand integrity. If true, this means the world has been watching a marriage that's already legally dissolved in everything but name. But here's the kicker. Insiders claim Hollywood executives begged Nicole to stay quiet until after her next major film release. One producer allegedly told her, "If you announce a divorce now, every headline will say you're unstable again. Wait until the movie's out." So while the public kept shipping #NicoKeith, Nicole was reportedly signing her exit papers in silence. But Keith, he wasn't going down quietly. Friends close to the musician say he feels betrayed, claiming Nicole emotionally checked out years ago and that he did everything he could to save the marriage. One of his buddies allegedly told Star Truth Weekly, Keith still loves her, but he's tired of being treated like her charity project. She never saw him as an equal, just someone she had to fix. And that's the twist no one saw coming. Because while fans painted Nicole as the elegant victim, new reports are painting a different picture. One where she's the control freak, the perfectionist who micromanaged every inch of their lives. From Keith's wardrobe to his lyrics, even banning certain songs from his set list because they didn't align with the family brand. Still, the cracks only grew deeper. During a recent awards ceremony, cameras caught the couple sitting apart, exchanging only brief smiles for the press. After the show, Keith reportedly left through a side exit, while Nicole headed straight to her car with her assistant, refusing to take any backstage photos. One photographer who was there said, "It was like watching two strangers pretending to be lovers for the last time." And honestly, maybe that's exactly what it was. Because by this point, even Hollywood couldn't keep pretending. Reports say Nicole's inner circle, including longtime friend Naomi Watts, has been urging her to walk away for good. Naomi allegedly told her, "You've been performing for everyone but yourself. It's time to live, Nick." And that's when things started to change. Nicole reportedly stopped wearing her wedding ring in public, unfollowed several of Keith's close friends, and quietly began reconnecting with old Australian contacts about moving back home. Meanwhile, Keith's been spotted at Nashville's Hermitage Hotel bar, alone, scribbling lyrics on a napkin. Some say it's his next heartbreak album. Others say it's his confession. Either way, the illusion is cracking fast. And the moment Nicole whispered, "I can't pretend anymore," she didn't just end a marriage, she started a movement. Because if Hollywood's most polished couple can't fake happiness anymore, what's left for the rest of them? And that, my friends, is only the beginning. Because what happened next turned this quiet separation into a scandal explosion that no PR team could bury. Once the illusion shattered, Hollywood panicked. The industry that had spent years selling Nicole and Keith as the last real love story suddenly realized the fairy tale had become a headline hazard. Executives started calling emergency meetings. Studio publicists were allegedly told to redirect focus and quietly scrub old interview clips where Nicole had praised Keith's unshakable devotion. One studio insider allegedly joked, "They're trying to erase a love story in real time." It's like watching Pierce surgery without anesthesia. Because when Nicole Kidman speaks, or even stays silent, the ripple effect hits every corner of the entertainment industry. And this time, her silence was deafening. While Nicole kept a low profile, Keith Urban was reportedly spiraling. Multiple outlets claimed he started skipping studio sessions and canceling public appearances. Some of his bandmates allegedly confided that he was numb, drinking again, and writing songs with lyrics like, "She took the calm, left the storm." Fans began speculating that his next album might not be country at all, but a public confession wrapped in acoustic strings. But here's the twist no one expected.
Nicole's inner circle began leaking that she'd been documenting everything. Sources close to her say she kept journals, therapy notes, even recordings from private arguments, all allegedly stored with her legal team just in case. One supposed friend claimed, "Nicole learned the hard way with Tom Cruise. She doesn't leave a marriage without evidence. Not this time." Whether those records actually exist or not, the rumor alone sent tabloids into chaos. Suddenly, headlines screamed about Nicole's secret vault, and social media went full detective mode. Hashtags Kidman Files and hashtag Urban Uncovered began trending. One viral post read, "Nicole Kidman has receipts, and she's about to go cinematic with them." Meanwhile, Keith's camp went into damage control, feeding the press with stories about him trying to win Nicole back. A conveniently timed interview resurfaced where Keith said, "I owe my sobriety and my life to Nicole." Except, fans noticed, the clip was from 2013, a decade ago. The recycled sympathy act didn't work. The internet wasn't buying it anymore. Then, out of nowhere, a mysterious letter appeared online, allegedly sent to a gossip site by someone claiming to be a former assistant. It detailed explosive accusations about controlling behavior, emotional exhaustion, and contractual silence agreements. The letter's closing line read, "Nicole wanted love, Keith wanted applause, and when the audience left, so did she." Now, of course, the authenticity of that letter remains unverified, but that didn't stop fans from dissecting every word like gospel. YouTube channels, gossip blogs, and Reddit threads exploded with theories. One viral post claimed, "The entire marriage was a career trade-off deal. Nicole's reputation rehab in exchange for Keith's mainstream fame."
But the most chilling part, new leaks suggest there might be legal filings underway, private ones. According to one document reportedly obtained by Hollywood Eye Weekly, Nicole has initiated separation proceedings under confidentiality protection. In plain English, she's quietly filing for divorce behind a wall of legal secrecy to avoid a public meltdown. Keith's response? Radio silence. Not a word, not a statement, not even a denial. Just silence, broken only by a few cryptic Instagram posts showing dark skies, empty highways, and a caption that read, "Sometimes love just runs out of road." Fans flooded the comments. "Is this about Nicole? Say it ain't so. She deserves better." But then came the most dramatic turn yet. Nicole's public appearance in Paris. No wedding ring, no Keith, just Nicole. Standing tall in a cream suit, smiling for cameras as if she'd finally exhaled. The media described her as serene, free, reborn. And when reporters shouted questions about her marriage, she simply said, "I'm not pretending anymore." That's when it all clicked. This wasn't just about Keith. It was about Nicole reclaiming her life after decades of performing, in movies, in relationships, in public perception. She's finally stepping out of the Hollywood fairy tale she was forced to play, and into something raw, real, and unapologetically hers. Of course, the fallout is far from over. Industry insiders say her PR team is preparing for the emotional narrative arc phase. Carefully timed interviews, controlled vulnerability, maybe even a tearful late-night appearance where she'll finally tell her truth. Meanwhile, Keith's label is rumored to be pushing for an emotional redemption album to soften his image before any official divorce announcement drops. And Hollywood? It's terrified. Because one wrong word from Nicole could unleash decades of buried secrets about celebrity marriages, PR manipulation, and image contracts. Because if Nicole Kidman, the woman who mastered the art of pretending, says she's done pretending, then maybe, just maybe, the truth in Hollywood isn't written in scripts anymore. It's written in silence. So here we are. The curtain's down. The performance is over. And Nicole Kidman just delivered the most shocking role of her life, herself. After years of red carpet smiles, scripted interviews, and Instagram fairy tales, she finally said the words every woman in Hollywood is afraid to say. I'm done pretending. But what do you think really went down behind those mentioned walls? Was this the story of a woman breaking free from emotional exhaustion, or a husband lost in fame-fueled chaos? Are we witnessing the fall of a marriage or the rebirth of Nicole Kidman as the unfiltered truth-teller Hollywood tried to silence? Let me know your thoughts below, because this story is far from over. And trust me, when the next chapter drops, it's going to shake the red carpets from Nashville to Beverly Hills. If you love diving into the real stories behind the glossy lies, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because here, we don't do fairy tales. We expose them.